So here we go, second half, Aquanavt from Russia against Ege from Turkey. I saw the referee telling I think the Russians not go for the head, and I saw already a Russian go for really heavily for the head. But both teams are physically strong, and you see a little bit of bone crunching right here on the surface.
Hopefully we don't see any bone breaking.
No.
Well,
even though everybody thinks underwater rugby is a dangerous sport, we don't have really bad injuries. Just over the time, the body is wearing down.
Look at my fingers. Look at my fingers before you.
Okay, let's go back in the game.
They're all twisted already.
Let's see if the teams change strategy.
There are a lot of this on the surface now. Let's see if they can bring more underwater time and start, diving and keeping the ball on the bottom. Russia is showing more energy to fight and recover the ball and trying to attack than they did on the first half. The Turkish look a little bit more hectic than what they were the first half. I mean, the Russians got the ball again. There was one under that recovered the ball, passing the ball, and trying to get to the basket, but there are good position defenders that are keeping the attackers away, and also the forechecking from the Turkish team is good. So it's not really a real threat for the goalie. This is a good thing, so that the goalies are not that worn out, and when the team recovers the ball, they can swim the counter-attack. Something happened. You couldn't see. The Turkish team had the ball. They were swimming the counter-attack, and suddenly they were stopped. And now it's a free throw for Russia. I really don't know what went wrong there. I couldn't see. What did the Turkish player? This is a pity, because it was a great counter-attack, and now they are back from the start defending at the basket. Now we have the 3 Russians attacking, the forecheckers of the Turkish team really swimming hard and trying to break the waves of the Russian team. We have 2 guys, one right and left. Now we have 3 Russians from the middle and right and left trying to pass the ball. Let's see if they could. No, they almost lost the ball. I think the Turkish guy had it. They're on the surface fighting. This is 4 Russians on 1 Turkish guy. This is such an effective way of
a waste of energy.
However, they still recover the ball, but this is a waste of manpower. You just have to let one-on-one and then position it yourselves, because that ball fell eventually.
So Atakan says in the chat, all of them are funny and strong guys from the Turkish. Yeah, I can totally agree with you. They're super nice, really heavy fighters, but super nice. One of them even brought me Turkish chocolate, because
I heard that was 54%. I was thinking, who cares?
I care. It keeps me awake.
So
it's so nice.
There's a German describing
You are
things.
buying always this chocolate. Let's go back in the game. Okay, the Turkish are pressing heavily now, but they are tackled away. We saw a lot of surface tackling right now, and a counter-attack. Counter-attack from Russia, really fast on the... Whoa!
Almost on an empty basket.
Almost empty basket, but the goalie was quite good, putting himself in position.
Made it. Yes.
It was a nice sprint from the Turkish goalie to be there just an inch before the Russian player, and the Russian player really did a heavy counter-attack, because I think they are all exhausted. But that's what we saw against the game with Molde. Suddenly they break free and go out with speed you don't think they have in them. Really nice done, and this what makes these games so interesting. You don't know what will happen in the next seconds, and both teams are able to surprise.
The Russians are fighting much more fiercely right now than what they did in the first half. It's like they had been also a little bit in sleep, and now they're awake and fighting back. So Eger has it a little bit more complicated than what they did in the first half. And I think you can tell already that in the body language of the players, they're a little bit surprised by the resistance they're finding from Aquanavt. Since the first half was in a way easier, and they were most of the time in the Russian basket, now they cannot understand what's going on, how the Russians recover and are moving the ball. Now they're not that static. They're recovering the ball. They're passing the ball. They're diving. There's more underwater time, and this is a circle that increases itself. If all of the players start doing this game, eventually it gets better and better, and you get more underwater time. If you do the opposite, then we have a counterattack with 3 Turkish. The guy with the ball is just behind the goalie. The goalie just turned around and
it was so heavy. The push was so heavy. The basket was moving.
And the goalie didn't know it. There's an empty basket. There's a goal from the Turkish team. There was a big chaos on the Russian basket. There was a little bit of disorganization. The goalies never recovered the ball.
I think that was the plan, to go in, cause mayhem, and break the defense, and that's what happened. Even though the Russians really did a good job until now.